Hello everyone. I'm here with another video which will say about the housing system in USA. But before that, I would kindly request you all to like and subscribe the channel to get all the notifications of every video that I post. House, a very important place for any one of us to stay, right? But the question is, when does it start bugging a student? Or when a student gets to know that this is the right time to find the house or to search for a house. And the biggest question, how to search for a house. Let's see. As soon as our applications are approved, our visa is done, that is the right time that we feel as a student that yes, now I should find a place for accommodation. Now I should figure out where am I going to stay. And for some students, the most important thing about choosing a college is it a better place to stay? So, about the timings when you should start searching for a house, I would suggest is after your visa is approved, you are ready to search for a house. Like that will be the first thing that you need to do. How to search for a house? Various ways. Some people have their family living in the place where they are going for studies, while some have no one. In my case, I had no one in US when I came. So for me, it was a little bit tedious and difficult, but I passed through it. I managed it. So, how to search for a house? Whichever college you are going to join, they will have their own group, Facebook page, Instagram page. They will for sure have it. So, as soon as you get the approval, find a way to join that page. And all the houses, sorry, all the universities will for sure have a page where students post that they have a vacancy or they need someone to join them. That is how you search for a house. You go on their Facebook page, you look at the vacancies that they have, and then you talk to the people and then figure out if you can stay at their house or not. Now, another question is it like, isn't it a little weird that you will just go and stay at someone's house who you don't even know of? Right? Like, yes, it is weird. Like, you are talking to someone who you don't know. At a place where we criticize online and virtual friendship so much, you are just talking to another student who you don't know, who come from a different part of the world, about housing. Yes, it is tough, but that is how it works. As a student, when you go at different place, the first thing that you need is talk to someone who is already at that place. And everyone is a student, so you don't have to worry about it, because the one whom you are talking to was at the same place that you are standing right now. Okay, for some people it would be like, no, I don't want to go and stay with someone who I don't know about. So there's another way that you can do. So what is it? You can find out if there are other people who are joining the same university that you are joining, and then you can form a group with those people, and all of you together, let us suppose you got 4 or 5 people from your own area or from your own state who are going to the same university. So you can talk to them, and then you can figure out when they are going, and all 4 or 5 of you can come together and then rent a house for yourself. We'll go to it in a short moment about how to do it and everything about it. So this was about when is the right time to find a house and how to find a house. What are the ways that you can stay in USA? Like, I come from India. In India, the places where you can stay are hotels. Then you also have paying guest PGs. Your university also provides accommodation in terms of hostels. You have general ladies hostel, gents hostel, and so on and so forth. Or sometimes you can even rent a flat and then stay. It is the same in USA, more or less the same. There's not a big difference about anything. You can stay in a hotel, which is super expensive. You can also stay in a motel, but then you have some of the other problems about it. So there's the third option, Airbnb. What is it? In India, we have paying guests, right? There is a family who stays, and then the family gives up one of their room for a paying guest to stay in. So Airbnb is the modified version of paying guest. Over in US, it is called Airbnb, where a family would stay and they would give you another room to stay for a couple of days or whatever time you book for. Next is university accommodation. Your university would help you, give you a place to stay. They will have their own hostels, they will have their own places of accommodation. You can choose it. It's good because it is more secure. You know you're completely attached to your university and everything. You stay on campus. The only thing is it is a little bit expensive, but it completely depends on a student on what he wants. Next option, which I preferred, is rent a flat. Either you can form a group with the 4 or 5 people that I said, find out from your own state, and you all can together rent a flat and then come and stay over there, which is the cheapest option available to stay in US. Or suppose if you are unable to find anyone who is from your own state, and there is no one that and there is no one who is going along with you or who is joining in the same semester as you are the only one. So what should I do? Renting a flat for a single person is going to be super expensive and it is like non affordable. Then what? In that case, you can find out the students who are already staying there, figure out if they have a vacancy for one person, and then join them. That's it. Easy, simple, and you still save on some money. So many options to stay, but every option has its pros and cons. Which one might be suitable for a student varies in the last three. Students either go for university accommodation, or they rent a flat by themselves along with their group of friends, or they would just stay with the existing students and join them in their own flat. Staying with the existing students, you don't have to do anything. You just have to take your luggage and go at their house, and then they will help you with everything else. So there's nothing much more about it. About university accommodation, you have to talk to the university. They will have a specific people to handle all those things. They will ask you your I-20, they will ask you your student's ID, tell you when are you going to join, and that's it. And the university people from the office would help you in, moving out. They would help you for the first few days in groceries and all that stuff. So you don't need to worry about university accommodation as well. You just need your passport, you just need your visa, you just need your I-20, and you just need to pay the university people to get accommodation over there. But a little bit of work is required when you want to rent a flat. Let's see what it is. So I am from India, as I said. So I'll just tell about India. In India, if ever you have seen your parents, or if you yourself have ever rented a house, you would have seen something like there is agreement between the owner of the property and the person who is renting the property. In US, that agreement is called as lease, and the office which does all this work is called as leasing office. So these are the terms that I did not know when I came. I learned it with different things that I have went through. So every community, every complex will have one leasing office, and it will be the leasing office who is going to give you a house in that community. And it's very simple, very simple. So first thing that you have to do is find out which community is closer to your university, get their email from internet, mail them, say them that you are a student who are going to join this university and you are interested in leasing a property or renting a property. They will send you their plans. They will tell you that they have 1 BHK houses, 2 BHK houses, and all those things. And then they will also tell you the rates. So then you have to figure out, if you are 4 people, you might want to rent a 2 BHK. If you are 2 people, you might want a 1 BHK. So Depending on how many group of people you are, you would tell them which property you want to select. After that, they would ask you some documents. Now, what documents are required? It completely depends on the community. Some community which has a lot of students staying in them releases some restrictions. They don't have a lot of documents to require because they know we all are students. So they would not ask us n number of documents. Instead, they would just ask basic documents and give it to us. Whereas some communities where the number of students living is not much more, they would have a lot of documents. So that is something which varies, but I will just list a couple of things that is actually required. So after you choose the flat, they will tell you to send them some documents. Now the biggest question that comes here is it completely fine or is it possible for me to rent a flat in US while I'm still in India? Because as soon as I come to US, I want to go to my house instead of staying at a hotel or somewhere else or staying at someone's mercy or something. So yes, it is possible. You can rent a house and you can get the key as soon as you come to US. The only thing is you have to be connected with the leasing office and the people in the leasing office. And trust me, people in US are really very good. They will understand your situations, they will try to provide you solutions, and they will try to make it work between both of you. So you don't have to worry about it. Now, what all documents do you need? First and foremost, your passport and your visa, and then your I-20. This is something that you're for sure going to need. Apart from this, they would ask you to fill a form which is the agreement. You can just fill it up and send it to them. Not a big deal. After that, if you do not have a credit history of leasing in US, you have to pay a deposit. Okay? And the deposit is the same as your monthly rent. We as a student did pay the deposit because we did not have a leasing history. And it's completely fine. So you just need those three important documents. You have to sign up agreement and you have to just pay the deposit and voila, you're done. You have the house on you now. As soon as you come, you will have a house which is totally ready to stay. This is how it works over in US. Now, the question is, like India, do you get the deposit back? The way in India, after you leave the house, the owner gives you back your deposit, right? Yes. It is something like that in US as well, but it's just a little bit different. The amount of deposit that you will get back depends on in what condition the house is left after you leave. If you mess up the house very badly, I am sorry, they are not going to give you your deposit back. But if the house is still in a neat and tidy condition, yes, you are for sure going to get your deposit back. So you don't have to worry about it. You will just have to pay the monthly rent and that's it. Now, you got a house, it's good, done. Is it the same like India that you will already have electricity, you will have everything? No. In US, when you rent a house, there are three more things that you have to do. But you don't have to worry because it is a digitalized century that we are living in. So everything can be done on phone. You don't have to personally visit anywhere, go anywhere. That is the best thing that I feel that I like in US till now. So as soon as you are done with the renting process and you got the house, the leasing process is done, you need to do three more things. One is getting a rental insurance. Yes, it is different from India, but yes, getting a rental insurance is very important. And it's a process which barely takes 5 minutes. So you're good to go. Next is electricity. In India, we will have the same electricity throughout the building. But in here, you have different companies to give electricity. And you have to book a electricity for your house. That takes a little bit of time, and my friend has done it, so I'm not pretty sure about how the process goes, but it just takes a little bit of time. And it's an easy process. Same thing, you just have to call the company and then they will do it for you. Third thing is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is really important, like really, really important. And these are the three things that you have to do along with renting the house. And you're good to go, you're good to stay. That's it for now. So do comment and let me know if you liked the video. Also, tell me if I helped you in solving a couple of your questions. We will have a lot of questions. As students, we will have a lots of questions which are unending. And I completely understand that. And I don't want to make the video too long so that you all would be bored listening to me. So I have just tried to cover up important points. But in case if you feel that there is something that you want to know much more about, you can just drop a comment and I'll try my best to make another video about it. I hope I have covered everything important, but if I have missed something, please comment and let me know. Next video will be on opening a bank account in USA, how much money you should carry, is it necessary for you to have an international card, how to talk to your parents, how to connect everything. Next video, I'll try to give you a short glimpse of how the bank works are done in US. Okay, and there's one more thing. The house over in US is a little different from what we get in India. So there are a couple of things that you need to buy, or a couple of things that you need to bring from your home country or something like that. I'm not sure if you want a video on that, but if you need, just drop a comment and I'll make it another time. Okay, have a good day. Thank you so much.